Hi, in this video we're going to turn the pages on Nuts and Bolts Volume 36, which covers the Sd Kfz 233, the 263 and the Panzer Messkraftwagen. So, to over and start. There's a couple of pictures of a 233, that's the one with the 75mm cannon. Obviously quite a bit of scratch built details there, but there's more about that in the build. So turn the page, you start off with Introduction, Development of the Designation. Or I should say this section is all about historical, technical development and production. Then we go through the variants, the chassis, the armoured superstructures, technical details, armament, radio equipment, modifications during the production runs, and then details on the production runs. Then we come to organisational charts. This is the one that they started with in 1937 when the 263 was introduced. This is what it changed to in 1941. And then we go through unit histories of units that operated either the 263 or the 233. It doesn't cover the Panzer divisions because those were covered in Nuts and Bolts 35. So you go through those, and there's quite a lot, and basically it gives you details such as the unit, when they received vehicles, and up to the end of the war. And there's quite a few pages there. Notice all there's photographs throughout the book, and the captions, as with all the text, are always in German and English. On the pages, the left-hand column is in English, the right-hand column is in German. The English translations are very good, there's excellent, there's no problems there at all. We come on to the Camouflage, which varied greatly from 1937 to 45, so depending when the vehicle was in service would depend what the camouflage is. Then the various markings, such as you can see down the bottom here. License plates, or license numbers. Then the conclusion. Basically, when the war started, 263s were used for reconnaissance, but as the war went on, more and more armoured vehicles had their own radios, so the use of the 263, which was an expensive specialised vehicle, the use of the 263 became less commonplace, and they didn't need as much. Whereas the 233, if used skillfully, could stand up for itself against up to a T-34 if needs be. And as the war went on, the reconnaissance units found themselves doing less of, should we say, visual reconnaissance without being seen, and more fighting. So the 233 became more useful as the war went on. Now there's a section on modelling. In this section there's a lot of text going through a couple of builds, one of a 263, one of a 233. They're both AFV Club models. There's a little bit of this was covered in volume 35 as well. So this is just extra stuff, and there's a lot of detail. If you're going to build one of these AFV Club kits, basically everything you need to know in here about things to watch out for, things to correct, it's all in here. And there is a lot more photographs of these two builds and another one at the end of the book. We'll get there in a minute. A list of all the kits and aftermarket kits currently available, then the acknowledgements and bibliography and abbreviations. Then we get on to the photographs part of the book. There's over 200 black and white images. This is probably the biggest section in the book. Starts off with a technical view of the 233. As I said before, the captions in these are really good. Moves on to the 263. And there's the Panzer Messkraftwagen. I think there's only two of those made. None of these vehicles survived the war. There isn't a 263 or 233 or a Panzer Messkraftwagen in existence these days, so there's no museums you can go to look at these. Then we start off in chronological order, starting in 1937. Onto the Polish campaign. There's lots of good photographs here, lots of good things for modelers, for dioramas, and also for weather. You can see where the dust is sticking to, where the streaks run, where the marks are. Polish campaign, now the Western campaign. Balkans. North Africa and the Mediterranean. Oops, missed a page. Here's one that was captured by the Allies in North Africa, and obviously it was in running condition along with the Panzer II, and I wonder where that ended up, because it doesn't exist now. It would have been nice if it had made it to a museum somewhere. Now the Eastern Front from 41 to 43. Some interesting hand-drawn mud camouflage there. And then 43 to 45, the final phases of the war. Like I said, there's over 200 photographs there. Then we get on to some 1/35th scale photographs, so you can see exactly where things are supposed to be. They've got the 233. This is the first 233s were conversions. So there's the conversions. There's the final model of the 233, 263, first production batch, third and fourth series. Panzer Messkraftwagen, which was quite different, although based on the same chassis, was quite a few differences, obviously. Then a few pages of colour plates. You can see there's the original black and white photograph is here. S115, I believe that is referring to the page number it is in. Yeah, there you go. There's the original photograph. So you can see exactly what they're supposed to look like. And these vary from 1942, 39, 44, so they're scattered out throughout the war. Then you get on to, basically, like I said, none of these vehicles exist anymore, but parts of them exist in museums. So from volume 35, you can see there's some of those vehicles exist, so that you've got in volume 35 you've got photographs of the chassis, the running gear, and the body of the vehicle. And now these photographs just cover the differences that exist in museums, like the 75mm cannon. It's the same as used on an Sd Kfz 251-9, which is in a museum in Munster. So this is photographs of that. So basically this, along with volume 35, means you've basically got a complete walk around of that vehicle, of the 233. This is still looking at the 75mm. Here's the sights, ammunition. Now the mast aerial for the 263, which was obviously used on other vehicles as well. Radios that would be used in the 263, including an Enigma machine. Now we get on to, I said, the photographs for the bills that we had the text earlier. Now we have the photographs, and there's a lot of photographs here. You get a lot more detail in this than you'd ever get in any online build or in a monthly magazine. And these kits, they've had a lot done to them outside of the box. There's a 233. Now this one also had a third build as well. It wasn't mentioned in the text earlier. And here we are at the end. So there we are. Volume 36. Basically volume 35 and 36 pretty much make up the definitive volumes on this family of vehicles. So if you're going to build one or just want to know about them, this is pretty much the place you need to be.